how we do such an emphasis on that part, as if we can't cut none of it out or begin whenever after that. Like, oh, I'm doing this right now.
Well, that's the thing. Like, sometimes I want to just like talk, and then it gets really crazy, and then we just start at a real sick part. But we were just having a very sick conversation. Actually, it's actually pretty informative, but we're gonna try to.
I don't think that makes it not sick.
All right, so I seen a video of Mike Tyson talking about how he had to release masculine energy.
That's what the article said, or the video said.
Yeah. He had to release masculine energy before fights so he wouldn't kill the person he would fight against.
And now when you watch this video, please tell me what the masculine energy he had to release before a fight was, because you're about to fight and probably release some masculine energy there, aren't you?
Well, we know what type of energy we like to release. On occasion, you know what I mean?
On occasion.
Yeah. So, yes. So, I also thought about that because it was also, I mean, I know you guys watch freaking, what's it called? Wolf of Wall Street. They talked about that many times with Wolf of Wall Street. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah, with Jordan Belfort.
Yeah, so he talks about how, you never seen the part where he's like, yo, if you're selling, you gotta.
I probably didn't understand it, honestly.
Okay.
I probably went right over my head.
Well, as a salesperson, I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna play some music. Because it's getting a little bit too personal.
Yeah.
Not attractive, the next.
Have you come across this?
Yes, I am familiar with it. I'm familiar with this syndrome. She's a two-face.
And I know you never heard this, so it's okay.
You're right.
Look, hear me out. Yeah. Narcissism. She followed trends and all the gimmicks. Caught up in the opinions, need attention. She gon' say she did. Baby, I don't see the difference. Narcissism. She followed trends and all the gimmicks. Caught up in the opinions, need attention. She gon' say she did. Who the fuck you think you kidding? For you.
You gonna tell me who that was now, or what the name of that song was?
I will. I will. It's from Wale. Have you ever listened to Wale before?
All right, come on.
Okay. All right. So that was Wale. That was one of his mixtape, his Festivus mixtape. The song is called Narcissist Her. So if you heard in the song, he's kind of saying that. First impressions of the song. I feel like I'm going to just keep playing like a small like 20 seconds, and then you're going to have to just judge the song off the 20 seconds.
I like the beat. I thought it was going to be an interlude by the way it opened up. Songs do that a lot. They really get you.
Okay.
They start off with like a phone call or something, then boom, it's music. But not bad. I did not expect that to be Wale. I said, like, you know, as if I know Wale. I know the radio Wale. So,
Yeah, very trash.
You know?
Non-radio Wale, top tier.
Good guy.
I hate when he does radio music, but I do love when he does everything else because the music is just... He's really a force.
It's nice.
You know, he's really a force. So, like, you know, and I always say, like, how come you just don't put this type of music on your albums?
Don't make no sense.
Because they're so freaking good.
But people just like radio hits, man.
Yeah.
Got to make the song that's going to sell. Make some money.
Okay, so, you know what? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about selling and money early, a little bit. You know, it's pretty soon, not that far down.
Yeah.
It made me think about it because I'm just like, is that what they're really trying to do with this coming into the cannabis brand, celebrities type thing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, 100%.
But before we start, let me introduce everybody real quick. I am your host, as always, Harry Dancel, here with the For the Record podcast with my co-host, Ravon. Wagwan.
So,
All right. And always behind the cameras, we have, are we going, I'll do it today.
do you remember his name?
I don't, and I don't. Do you remember the name? Okay.
It was like Mr. Never Go Left on a Bitch or something like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's going on? It's Mr. Go left on a bitch who can't find the right mind.
Okay, there we go.
It's close.
And Davidson.
And like I said, I can't follow up with that last week.
So next time I'll start with you, so you don't have to follow up with it. All right, word. So we're here with the guys today. We were talking a little bit earlier. We're looking at our hours, and conversation just came up, and we were like, "Oh, you work on Sunday, you get time and a half." And then Ravon had just, brought to my attention that no, you don't.
Psych. Yeah, you don't.
Okay, so explain what happened.
In the year 2018, Mr. Charlie Baker, the governor, he passed a law in Massachusetts essentially increasing minimum wage every year while also decreasing the Sunday premium, as they call it. So every year from 2018 until 2013, the rate goes down by 0.1.
2023.
20, yeah.
That's okay.
Whatever
okay.
I said, yeah.
That's
yeah.
okay.
Until 2023. And it goes down by 0.1. So in 2019, it turned into 1.5. In 2020, 1.3, and so on and so forth. So at the moment, it's at 1.1. So when you work on a Sunday, you're not getting 1.5 times your money. You're getting 1.1. But also, like, it's fucked, right? Minimum wage should go up, so should, like, your pay rate, I'd like to assume. Minimum wage is supposed to go up 75 cents every year as that goes down.
Yeah, and that's last year is next year.
Next year.
January 1st, it's done.
No more Sunday pay.
So for everyone who's trying to sneak it, work on Sunday, just go to church and
No, yeah, watch football, straight up. It makes no sense.
I mean, I don't know how this is how I didn't know this.
So, a lot of people, when I was, at the time I was working at IKEA, and a lot of us, knew about it. We were all upset. We was like, no more working Sundays for us. We're not doing that, as if that wasn't part of our regular 40 hours either way, so we kept doing it. And, realistically, there wasn't much that, I don't know, I guess there probably was stuff that people could maybe do about it, but it was just what are we going to do? Just not work Sundays?
Yeah.
Because it was still 1.4. After the first year, you were still
wasn't bad.
that's kind of good money. Right now, 1.1, trash, blah. I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's weird. But minimum wage should be $15 next year in Massachusetts.
What is it now?
It should be $14.25.
I mean, $14.25 for minimum wage
Compared to the rest of America,
yeah,
that's pretty darn
it's
good.
It's a pretty good.
It's pretty darn good.
I guess that's a decent trade-off for.
Well, so it is because, I just made that point about how it goes down, but if you're lucky, you're getting that money, every year. But that's not really the case. I realized that after I said that. Just because minimum wage goes up 75 cents every year doesn't mean that we're getting an extra 75 cents every year on top of the money we make.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're kind of screwed, low-key.
Yeah. It's a scary place to be, for sure. I mean, especially working in retail, your money is predicated on working on the weekends.
Dude, no. Like a few years ago, and it was really 1.5. You'd work 2 Sundays, and that's a good third of your check, bro.
No.
Anyone who ever called out on a Sunday, I would call an idiot.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
What? It's so stupid.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought that to our attention because we're gonna move accordingly. I'm just kidding. All right, so obviously, like we do every single week, we talk about cannabis stuff. So we'll just get right into it because we got a lot of other things to talk about as well. We had a conversation last week. I think we talked a little bit about it, and we talked about celebrity strands. And then I started to do a little bit more research, and it started to get a little bit more weird, a little more scary. So there was an article. Do you know what the article is about?
It was from Up Rocks.
Okay.
I know that's the publication.
Okay. So Up Rocks made a article speaking about celebrity strands.
By Lindsay Mahari.
Oh, how you doing, Lindsay? I'm actually I like what you wrote there. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty good article, Lindsay. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's very fire. So she talks about how the celebrity market has changed. Cannabis, really, and the fact that it's gotten a little bit
out
disingenuous. For sure. So, Ravon, how do you feel about the cannabis celebrity market?
Well, in a lot of agreement with Lindsay, I am not the biggest fan of it, depending on the reasoning, though. So she did talk about how there are different brands who come into it, and like some of the celebrities are stoners. Like there's Burner and Cookies. That's one of the biggest celebrity brands ever. It's trusted. There are other brands that are just white labels where there are people or celebrities who are like, hey, I'm going to buy a bunch of bud, just slap my name on it and sell it. And then there's the third party where it's people who come together with a brand and they choose a strain from that brand and decide to move on with that as like their moving point. So there's definitely 3 tiers to it. And I think the second tier I mentioned of just white labeling is, to me, the absolute worst because it's the most disingenuous to the industry.
Okay, well, this is quoted from Lindsay's article. Many celeb weed brands, especially those that popped up right after legalization, are likely more than exercises in marketing, where flashy campaigns and absurd profit margins eclipse any intention of delivering a good product. Now, as someone that has smoked the weed for some good amount of time, and kind of embraced the culture over the years for sure, it is very weird to see Justin Bieber have a strand called Peaches. Now, Peaches, great song. Like, absolutely. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing bad about it. Yeah. Justin Bieber, I love his music. Like,
no,
I love
honestly,
Justin
yeah,
Bieber.
shout out JB, honestly.
He's
shout
really
out,
fire.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he does what he has to do. Like, no problems. Now, when it comes to selling cannabis, now we're talking about something else because now you're playing with people's lives.
I like some of the Justin Bieber songs. What the fuck does he know about cannabis? That's what Kanye West would say.
Yeah?
That's the Kanye West meme. You don't know that? I like some of the Gaga songs. What does she know about Polaroid? Like,
I mean, if Kanye came with a weed strain, I would hope no one bought it.
It would sell immensely. It would sell so widely.
And the reason why I don't but why? He is not cannabis culture. He has not promoted the culture to move it in a positive direction, honestly, at all. Where someone like Wiz, Snoop, like these people are embody what it is.
Straight
Currency.
Up. You just had me listen to Wiz Khalifa's album, bro. Like, yeah.
Yes. Like,
But don't you think celebrities been doing that for a long time with certain other brands and products? It's just a regular thing to just slap it on anyways.
but the problem is, I mean, I'll let you answer.
But no, 100%. And Lindsay kind of touches it on it a little bit here too. The problem is that like the stoner world that we call it, and like the world of weed heads and people who just enjoy weed, really don't like bad weed, or to feel like they're being ripped off, or to even feel like anyone's just trying to mess with what they're doing. I feel like celebrities can go ahead and make products that kind of suck, but I don't know, like, would you be more upset because you got a bad eighth, or would you be more upset because you bought like a bad like game or something like that? I don't know. Cannabis is definitely something more of a lifestyle than it is necessarily just a product.
Yeah, and on top of it, no one's gonna buy Justin Bieber basketball shoes. Like, he just can't throw his name on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna buy Justin Bieber basketball because I know he's trash. We've seen it for a celebrity game, which was also terrible this year. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's terrible. So it's like you coming into a market, coming into an industry, coming into, again, a lifestyle that people actually believe in, that people have fought for, people have been arrested
years,
for.
bro.
This is much different than owning a McDonald's or owning a Burger King.
This is totally different than like the Travis Scott meal or anything else like that, where you come together with somebody and you make something. This is dead ass just Peaches was a really good song. I'll just call my bud Peaches. We'll sell it. The girls will go crazy.
All right. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the strands that's on this article. But before, do you know about Travis Scott's strand?
What? No.
I'll save that for another episode.
Oh, God. I didn't know you.
Yes, exactly. I think it's called Cactus Plant. Not Cactus Plant. It's Cactus something, is it not? I'll find it later.
Well, okay, so to be honest, I would trust that more than the Cacti brand, because the Cacti was like his spiked seltzers. I ain't never seen, I mean, he would drink them himself after, but what did Travis Scott know about spiked seltzers? Travis Scott, who's I've seen like flick a blunt while performing, I would trust his bud.
Okay. That's
granted,
valid.
I would try it.
Okay.
I'd give it a shot. Or it'd be a little bit more credible to me. But
Okay.
I'd also probably do my research to see whether or not it's white labeled before I fully support.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a couple people, companies and celebrities that are doing these things, and I want to ask you a couple of your favorites on the article. So we have Burner. Obviously, we know Cookies. That's something that I really don't consider that a celebrity strain.
Yo, that actually got me about this too. Reading it and seeing Cookies, and I was like, Cookies? And they're like, yeah, Burner's the celebrity. And I'm like, I guess, but like,
Yeah, like, nah, I don't look at him as a celebrity. Maybe just because he's not a rapper, I guess he is a celebrity. But I feel like he's.
I want to say he's a rapper. Isn't he?
I mean, he was a rapper. Excuse me.
all right, cool.
And I think does he still rap? Burner don't still rap, does he? Once in a while. I mean, but I would say Burner is more of a celebrity in the in the cannabis culture, anyways. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So we have that. We have Be Real from Cypress Hill. I know we didn't. I mean, I know how
Well,
much
from
you know
what
about
you've
him.
told me about Be Real,
Yeah.
you've given me this sense that he's got the credibility to be within the cannabis world. And just from the article altogether, I mean, he seems like he promotes the cannabis lifestyle in general. Mm-hmm. Seems like something I can follow onto.
I mean, he is part of the cannabis, the Smokers Olympics, so I would trust that brand for sure.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we have. Did you read the Mind Your Head by Mickey Hart?
Yeah, this one was weird to me just because it reminds me of some stuff kind of sort of over here in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Where, like, I mean, celebrities do this stuff. In fact, this is for the Grateful Dead. I've gotten calls from people like, are you selling their bud? And I'm like, no. And they're like, it says it on their website that you sell their bud. And I'm like, cool. I work here. We don't sell it. Have a good day. So
Not
it's just
saying that
really,
we might not be working at something behind the scenes. We don't know.
I would like to hope
Yeah.
a guy like me gets to know that kind of stuff.
I would
but
hope so too.
I guess not. But from what we see, it's not good news.
Okay.
It's not good news. No. It says these blunts. It said. Oh, wait, never mind. Mickey Hart can do no wrong in the eyes of the stoner community. I'm not familiar with who he is, but I know that the Grateful Dead and stoner culture go hand in hand.
Okay. Then we have Forbidden Flowers by Bella Thorne.
Now
And
this-
Glasshouse Farms, though.
Whoever Glasshouse
Yeah, I'm
Farms
not
is,
sure
no
what that-
disrespect.
yeah,
I just
I
know
don't
who you
yeah,
are.
It's probably California-based. I don't know.
Yeah, so this one is hilarious because I think of Bella Thorne and I think of Shake It Up. So I think of her like as a kid on Disney Channel. And now seeing her like sell weed. And this is kind of where it gets me. And this is one of those brands where it's technically the collab. And that's what I think the Glasshouse Farms is. It's the brand that she's working with. And they've got nice packaging. Like it almost looks like lip gloss. Like,
I was
like
gonna
the
say,
glitter
but-
and it looks like a girl's makeup. Mm-hmm. But I'm not buying weed for packaging. Now, don't get me wrong, though. I lied. A good packaging is actually really nice. Like, that's where street weed get me. They got some really nice packaging these days, bro. But it's not just about the packaging. Like, to me, this is just her name on it, making more money. Like, what is she doing with Glasshouse Farms that's any different than what they would typically do?
I mean, you talk about the packaging, and I'll be 100% honest. I'm looking at it right now, and if you gentlemen want to take a look at it as well, it's not something I would look to buy.
Oh, well, yeah, no, this sparkly, glittery stuff, it doesn't even resonate with me. Like,
Because I'm looking at it, and not because I don't like sparkly things. It's just because what does it have to do with the gas? Like,
No,
you need to be
literally.
marketing
the bud inside
how
of it,
strong
bro.
the butt, like how well, the quality of the, not how fancy you can make it. It does look like lip gloss though, so
No, yeah.
maybe it tastes good. I don't know, but
Now, according to Lindsay, I mean, the brand has good weed, but
Okay.
again, what does Bella Thorne got to do with it, bro? And like, what's her fan base that she's bringing to these people? Aren't they kids?
I mean, some kids' parents who's stressed out taking to these kids to these concerts. Probably like, yo, just go grab some gas real quick.
Fair.
All right, this one was a little bit confusing to me.
This one hurt I'm gonna let you know. This one hurts. This one hurts.
You can bring it up. You can bring it up.
So the next one is Houseplant by Seth Rogen, and I just want to go on record as saying Seth Rogen, undoubtedly probably top 5, top 10 white men all time, just straight up.
Okay.
Or Canadian, I guess. I don't know. Seth Rogen, he's heavily up there as a comedian.
I think Paul McCartney's up there for me. You know, I like you know.
You like the Beatles?
I like the Beatles. I just played the Beatles on Pandora the other day before we went to work. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can try to get in the shower, you know what I'm saying, to look a little cool joints. You know,
I like something nice and smooth too.
Exactly.
But nah, this one really hurt because, houseplants, as the article says here in Enigma, I've been trying to get a houseplant product for ages. Like, I know I can't buy the bud. I've been trying to get a pack of papers, maybe the tray that Seth makes. Everything about it is just super duper cool. And apparently, it says here that they pretty much have a collab. That their flower is grown by a brand called THC Design, a popular Los Angeles cannabis brand known for high THC, indoor flower, and insane bud structure. So Houseplant try to keep that a secret, apparently, and not tell anybody. So their pancake ice, which is one of their popular strains, is basically just rebranded Crescendo by THC Design, the #1 selling flower in California. So all they did was take what was already super popular, give it a new name, and sell that. That's so disingenuous, bro. That's annoying to me. That hurts to hear. As a fan, as a huge fan who's dying to try this, that hurts, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, it's difficult. Sometimes I feel like I still want to try these people's strands, but the price points that they charge for what they're selling is sometimes very ridiculous. So it's kind of hard for me to jump into going into these things because, like, for me, I would rather know that the grower grew it himself, knows exactly where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, the clones are, like everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything is done correctly. That's what
we want.
Interests me more than knowing that a celebrity
has the name on it. You know what I mean?
And we'll do one more. Unless there was I think. Let me see. We already talked about Peaches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peaches is trash.
Which again, yeah, no.
Justin Bieber, okay. Like I said, you do make good music, but Peaches is not it. All right, the last one we're gonna talk about.
And doesn't he still really mainly advocate to teenage girls? Who couldn't come into the dispensary if they wanted to?
But that's what I'm saying. And isn't he coming? Isn't he coming to Massachusetts?
Yeah, let me take that back though. He's probably. I listen to Justin Bieber, so he's definitely targeting more people than that. But I don't know, man. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking for a story here before we go into this next one. So I'm gonna play this little snippet here.
Nas is on tour in Atlanta. Me and him have an after party together.
This sound
He
crazy.
was kicking it, talking, smoking. They played one of his songs. He didn't even say excuse me. He got up, turned around for me, went to the top row and threw wild money out. Hundreds, whatever it was, singles. It was out of his pocket. I forgot all about that shit in 112. Esco spazzed out on me and got up and threw out money. Oh, shit. Nas is a wild fella. My name is Jason Jadakiss Phillips, 1/3 of the legendary LOX group from Yonkers, New York, born and raised. Weed breaks the tension in any room. So if you somewhere and somebody pulls out and sparks one up.
So how do you like that as marketing?
In the sense that weed breaks the tension up in the room, like.
Well, I mean,
Or do you-
Jadick is coming in telling stories, so he's gonna continue on talking about a story about cannabis.
Does Jadakiss have much of a cannabis history?
I mean, that nigga's lips black as shit, so I would hope so.
All right. Well then, so far I was roped into it.
Okay, cool.
So far I was roped into it.
Now, you know who which company goes with that?
I'm gonna assume it's the company we're about to talk about.
We're about to
Unfortunately,
talk about. It's Monogram from Jay-Z, and you know the fellas at Rockefeller. Is still Rockefeller? Nah, I think it's something else, but it's cool.
Yeah, Jay-Z and Rockefeller.
That's the Rockefeller. Okay, cool. Okay. Jay-Z and Rockefeller. Yeah. How do you feel about what our girl Lindsay had to say?
Comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy.
She fried
bro.
them.
And not only did she fry them, she used a great image to fry them.
Yeah.
So she calls it her least favorite celebrity cannabis brand. She talks about how they got gorgeous packaging, but the product itself is lacking. There's a picture of a pre-roll here, and this is a hand-rolled pre-roll, supposed to be premium or whatever, and it looks like a pre-roll that someone took a suction cup to, like at the mouthpiece, and just sucked out all the air, bro. Like, why do it look like it looked like a pre-roll that got wet and then dried off? I don't know. It's just not. I wouldn't want to smoke that. It does not look good.
I mean, well, what got me was the fact that hand-rolled pre-roll was $60 for one pre-roll.
$60, and it's filled with swaggy, dried out weed that honestly just makes you feel weird because it's been so juiced for THC.
Like,
Don't fully know what that means, but I don't want to feel weird or smoke swaggy, dried out weed.
I mean, like, I'm just like, I've never had the product, so I'm not gonna come here and just bash the product. But all I'm saying to all celebrities and anybody who really wants to be in the industry, because I feel like this is what this conversation is really more
that's
about.
the end goal of this. I'm not here to like shit on nobody. I ain't never tried none of these.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? And I do plan one day to try them. And if you guys happen to just want to send some over to us, like, that's fine. We'll,
You know what I'm saying? Straight
at
up.
76 Millbury Street, Worcester, Mass. Just send it over. But the goal is that in this industry, it's all about what you can prove.
And the genuineness of it.
You know what I'm saying? Wiz Khalifa doesn't say anything else ever again about weed, and I will trust anything he sells. Currency never has to speak another word. I will believe what he sells. Snoop Dogg, come on now, that's just automatic, bro.
Automatic.
And now, since I'm a king of segments, segues. I fucked that up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Point is, if you're a celebrity, do your research.
Yes.
If you're not fully into the cannabis lifestyle, don't just come into it and try to profit off of it, because this is a lifestyle, and that's not just going to happen so easily. Or you'll make a little bit of money, and people will talk shit about your product because they had to buy it to try it.
Yeah, and if you don't know that much about the industry, that's fine.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
Find people who do and align yourself with those people so we can believe in the product that you have.
Yes. Do it
Now,
right.
Time for me to segue this to the Smokers Olympics. All right. So Smokers Olympics, we have a few guys here. I believe everyone should say who they believe in, and we'll go from there. In the Smokers Olympics this year, we have Be Real, who we talked about earlier. We have Wiz Khalifa involved. We have Snoop. We got the hot spitter Currency, of course. Did I already say Wiz? I already said Wiz. And then who's the last? Oh, let me see what the last person is. I think that's about it. Smoke Dizza. I'm sorry. Smoke Dizza. I apologize, Smoke Dizza.
So
and
this
Burner.
is-
And Burner's in there too.
I was going to say burn it. This
Yeah,
is the smoke, pass, and just hold it, right?
I believe so. I don't know how the rules of the Olympics are, but all I know is that you need to smoke as much as these gentlemen
So you can be considered.
to even get close. You know what I'm saying? This is a Usain Bolt of smoking. You know, the Michael Phelps of smokers. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So I know you're not too familiar with some of the people there.
I'm proud of you for knowing that. Yeah.
But for those that you are familiar with, who you taking?
Snoop, easy candidate.
Okay, Snoop. Yeah, you going with Snoop? Kofi, who you got?
Wiz.
You got Wiz Khalifa? Davidson?
Currency.
You going Hot Spitter?
And for you, sir.
You know what? I'm going to go with the dark horse. I'm going to go with Burner. I'm going to go with Burner because I would hope for who he is and the brand he has, he can hold his own. But if I really have to put my money on it, I'm taking Uncle Snoop.
Yeah. Well, what I should have did was just look up Smoke Olympics from the past since he was the reigning winners.
I mean, we'll take a look. I mean, we could take a look at that. But, I mean, realistically, it just reminds me of great stories of, you know, kind of having a Smoke Olympics, you know, back in college.
Yo.
You know, we had Friday, which had about 10 to 15 people in the room. I don't want to tell you how many blunts is in the room because I don't know if the school can still fine me for doing what I did there.
Statute of limitations or something like that. Am I right?
Exactly. So I ain't gonna say what was going on in there, but all I gotta say is we were supposed to go out. I never made it out. That's all I did was sleep the rest of the day. And I ended up buying some Dominoes. And you know, if I buy Dominoes, something has gone completely wrong.
Off the rails, man.
I think that was every student's feeling. Well, most students' feelings on that campus. You either liked Domino's or if you ordered it, you was down bad.
He was down bad.
You was down bad, bro. Oh, man.
So, yes. So that's what that reminded me of, thinking about that. I think it's super cool that, you know, they can all joke around and talk about who can really be the biggest smoker.
Bro, dudes, no. Guys, we would do that all the time. We would be like, I'll outsmoke you. You'll tap out. And then we'd be like, all right, fuck it. Let's buy a quarter right now. You roll the whole thing up.
Do we have any takers to see who would actually win in this room?
In this circle right here?
In this circle right here.
Damn, that's a good question, bro.
Like, all right, yeah, no one else claiming? Come on.
All right, so.
I mean, if you were to do it, what kind of rules, like, how is it going to be scored and stuff?
Are you setting up the rules for the next time we come?
No, straight up.
We link? I would say this. We have a 5-pass minimum. You cannot release any smoke until 5 passes have been done. And we'll do, 4 to 5 rounds of that?
See, I think the way they might do it is everybody has their own respected, joint or their blunt or something like that, and we'll probably set a set number, maybe 10, and or even if you can go like more than that, but everyone just keep smoking and we'll count that up. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So this is how we've done it in the past where we was like in college. All this is smoking a lot of weed. Yeah. Just to prove a point to nobody but the friends in your group.
Listen, we've proven it to the culture. That's what we're proving it to. Like, at this point, we do a podcast. We're proving it to you listeners that's listening who can hold their own. We just did rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. And that was intense.
Who held their own?
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Ravon did. Ravon did. For those who don't know, Ravon did.
Okay. Well, I got you.
But it's okay. It's okay. But I think that's an interesting idea. I think we'd probably all have to smoke. I want to say the same thing though. So some of y'all be smoking papers.
But can you handle that?
I can't handle it. How can I handle that? My throat gonna hurt, but I can handle it.
Do you feel though, because you mentioned before that it's a lifestyle, trying to turn your lifestyle into a sport by you trying to make it into a game?
So here's the thing. The funny part about this game is that like it's a game to show who can like smoke the most. It's also just a down bad thing that you do when you're down bad. You hold that smoke in for as long as you can. You be like, this is my last blunt for the day, bro. Like,
and don't forget, we was in a car 5-seater, 6 deep, many times, and had 1 to 2 L's, and had to make sure that thing lasts forever. Yep. And there were some people that was, King Chiefers who wanted to hold on to the joint the whole time. So we had to make rules. That was really the thing. 100%. Like, You hanging with us? We need to make some rules now.
Yep. No, so I actually had a friend who was kind of a jackass because it was his car, so he would lock all the windows and everything. He'd really mess people up, bro. People be like, I got asthma. I need to get out of here.
Well, I mean, now you got me thinking about the rules. There might have to be a hot box included in these rules as well. Fair.
We could do that. You got to give me some practice time. I don't smoke in the car. I only smoke in my room. It's open. Y'all know that.
Okay. We'll revisit that later on as well.
We got plenty of time.
All right, what else we got on the docket today? That was good. That was good. I can't wait to see how this goes. I know Dave's is probably going to tap out a little early. I know that for a fact. I know Kofi's going to do what he can to hold his own all the way through. I know that's what he's going to do. I believe in Ravon's
We're going to have host and host going at it.
Yeah.
No, so I typically face this thing too where, like, just like I had y'all at my spot, like, when I do that shit with people, a lot of people, like, are done smoking after a certain point, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just face this next blunt because I was still going to spark that one too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely see it. Essentially a head to head.
I've been there multiple times as well. I've been there multiple times as well. All right. So we got All-Star Weekend.
All-Star Weekend, man.
Okay, so
I'll say it was weird, and I'm glad that it ended off on a good note.
Okay.
Rather than a decline.
Can I tell you about my All-Star Week Sunday before I go on my All-Star Week the rest of the day?
Oh no, please do.
All-Star Week Sunday, I worked here, right?
Yeah.
Was thinking about it the whole time, like, I can't wait, da-da-da. Got out of work, went to a Girls. If you're from Worcester, you know where that is. Absolutely great food.
I like how you pronounce it, by the way. I guess I've been pronouncing it wrong my whole life.
It's okay, I'm from Ghana, so that's
So I know you're saying it right.
I appreciate that. So, I ate great food, and then I decided to eat an edible that I had left over. Some chocolates. Pretty good chocolates, I'm not gonna lie. They're pretty popping. And I'm like, I'm just gonna relax a little bit. I'm going to go edit the podcast, and then I'm going to watch the All-Star game, whatever. I actually woke up 3 hours later. 3 hours later, and it was halftime of the All-Star game. I was struggling to open my eyes because I was so clapped and so tired. But then I saw the end of it, and I was like, all right, Steph Curry already has 12 so let me watch the last 4, which is great. It was beautiful. Oh, my God. But the rest of the weekend was so trash. And I knew it was going to be trash because the celebrity game was the worst. And the celebrity game is always bad.
Honest, it's sometimes bad. Sometimes it's okay.
When T.O. was there, J. Cole was there one time.
But when the U.S. Secretary of Education was there, that man can ball.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But when it's as bad and the only person that's good is freaking Miles Garrett.
Yeah.
He was dunking. But he's just a very strong, aggressive human.
So I'm going to be honest. I watched the first part of it where they introduced the teams. Once I saw that they had 2 football players playing, or like a football player on each team, I let them go through the whole thing, but after seeing both rosters, I turned off.
Yeah, because we didn't even know half the people.
I was watching it with Shorty, like, no, don't worry, you'll like it. It's going to be entertaining. You'll recognize these people. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I know like 4 of these people myself. I couldn't watch it.
Well, it's actually funny to me, and I don't know if you guys noticed at all, but Kareem Hunt was in the game, right? Now, he's not good at ball. That's fine. But I'd also say I am very, very shocked how accepted he has been. He had a little bit of an incident back in the day for some things, and I'm actually shocked that they put him on national TV. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not disappointed. I don't mind it. I'm a bit proud. No, I wouldn't say proud, but he had his own situation.
But I mean, he's been on national TV since.
Yeah, but he's doing his job. This one is just more like I'm gonna come to an
This
event.
was for fun.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for fun.
Not a funny matter.
Not a funny matter at all, because you know what I'm saying, but. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk
if
about
you know
it
the
later.
detail.
Yeah, and if it's what I think it is, that's sick.
I don't want to bring a black man down. I choose to not use my platform to bring black men down. So, you know what I'm saying?
Not in this Black History Month.
Not in this month.
Not never, I guess.
Not
but-
never. But yeah, I did think that the All-Star game, that was a little trash. Actually, I was out to eat during the 3-point contest. I know it was tough. But how was the 3-point contest? I heard it was the best part.
Yeah, it was the best part. I think they gotta, at least for now, they gotta like pretty much highlight the 3-point contest because the dunk contest is absolutely trash.
I would agree.
Yeah, Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon ruined that for us in 2018, man. We ain't never gonna see nothing great. Well, we might, but I mean, and I don't want to sound like I'm repeating the announcers, but we were watching a lot of in-game dunkers. You know what I mean? So it was definitely really weird. I mean, but here's the thing: I expected something crazy from Jalen Green, and dude went like, what, 1 for 11?
Yeah.
That's insane. The 3-point contest was nice though.
You know the dunk contest was trash when the first round, all the dunkers needed at least like 2 or 3 times to actually get the dunk off.
That was it.
was
And Shaq says every time, you need to make the first dunk. Like that's like that's why
It's like
Zach
an unwritten
LaVine
rule.
and Aaron Gordon's dunks are so great. Like he literally had the mascot going around the freaking circle with freaking skates on
The first try.
the
bro.
first try, grabs the ball under both legs. I didn't even think that was possible.
No. The way that I tried to do that just at home, like jump and try to get the ball out, that's just hard.
Bro,
That's just hard,
like
bro.
that's insane, bro.
I don't even think I could sit in midair like that.
Like literally,
I literally
bro.
couldn't, bro.
So,
And he still lost too.
and he's that was tough.
Big snub.
I mean, listen.
And like, do we think he practiced that at home? I want to say that was at the point where they were just going back and forth, and he was
Yeah.
just like, "All right, I'm gonna sit in midair. Let's just do it."
which was absolutely crazy.
That's wild, bro.
But honestly, I think they just need to get the people who are actually good at dunking to be in it. Like John Morant should have tried to be in.
who I'm pretty sure has said no.
100%.
He's said no, as if he's not must-see TV. He's like, "Yo, put more games on ESPN, and then maybe y'all got me in the dunk contest." Straight
Like
up.
I would honestly say this: if Zion's not gonna play any games in the regular season, just save him for the dunk contest. Just have him just work out for the whole season just to be in the dunk contest because he can do stuff, periodically, Just do the dunk contest because if nothing else, at least have some type of name. in
Some
the league.
entertainment, you know what I'm saying?
You get paid that much, at least do something.
A little bit, yeah.
And who did I miss any of the dunkers? Anthony Edwards, but he said he's an in-game dunker, so I respect that. Zach LaVine, he's done it so many times.
He did the 3-point contest this year. Didn't do so hot, but he did the 3-point contest this year.
Okay. So 3-point contest. Were you surprised that Karl Anthony Towns?
I was and I wasn't. Like, I was shocked that out of the group, it was him, but also his mentality, like, before the game, like, before and all that, he was like, yeah, I'm ready to, like,
Yeah,
he was ready to win.
he was
and
talking that
won.
talk. He was talking that talk.
And he backed it up. I can't be mad at that.
I am not mad at it at all. I was pleasantly surprised that he actually did what he said he was going to do.
I will say I was rooting for Luke Kennard. So to see him not win, that got me a little bit.
Okay.
Also, I don't know what kind this Mountain Dew and NBA partnership is getting out of hand to me, bro. This whole the Dew ball for an extra 4 points. This whole we get it at Mountain Dew, like we get it. You guys sponsor the NBA. Like, have you not made all the money you need to make yet off of the sponsor? It's been like 2-3 years. Like, can you guys cut ties? Like, I love Mountain Dew. It's a great drink. I don't need to know that you sponsor the NBA to continue drinking it. I think it really throws off the game. I was explaining it to Shorty. I was like, yo, they've never had those 2 balls out there in the past few years. Like, it really changes the whole thing. And I don't know, it would be cooler if they didn't call it the Dew ball. I don't know. It's
Does
just
it really
weird.
change it? Because the range of where the shooters are shooting at kind of makes sense, though.
Oh, no,
See
no.
what I'm saying?
I mean, further range, yeah, when you think about, like, Steph Curry. I mean,
Dame Lillard,
people hit
Steph Curry,
it. People
right.
was hitting that shot. Just don't call it the Dew ball. I don't know. It was just so clearly Mountain Dew branded. It didn't feel like it was a natural part of the game. It really just felt like, we're paying you money, do this. It's weird.
Honestly, besides Steph Curry and LeBron James hitting the game winner, of course, my favorite part of All-Star Weekend, I'm not going to lie, was the relay race where the Cleveland, the young Cleveland team won that joint. I don't know if you saw
challenge.
that. The skills challenge.
Yeah. So that got a lot of flack on Twitter. And
Really?
I feel like that's how everything is, honestly.
Yeah.
People either hate it or love it, and that's how like every All-Star weekend goes.
It was a bit confusing.
It was, but I liked how everyone got a chance to like do something.
Yes.
Like everyone took a shot. Everyone did it. They added up everyone's times.
Yeah.
As a little weird as it seemed, once I figured it out, I was like,
It's
it
not.
was actually pretty cool, and it puts like everyone on the line and like responsible for stuff.
Bro, they hit the 3 in 9 seconds. They hit the 3 in 5 seconds.
Yes.
Like it made it a little bit more challenging at the end for it to come down to a last shot from half court. Yeah. Like
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
You know what I'm saying? So I commend the NBA on that one, but yeah, it's not the same as when we were children. It's just not the same.
No,
I mean,
not.
so what do you guys think is gonna take to like get the dunk contest back to the hype days? Not even the Vince Carter days and Jason Richardson days, but like the Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon days.
You need real dunkers.
Not only that, I've been seeing a lot of suggestions too of people who've been upset about stuff to be like, y'all need to replace some of these like events. Like instead of doing a dunk contest, do like the King of the Court that they do like at the USA basketball pickups, or like run threes or something, bro. Like I don't know. And part of the dunk contest too is like, so when you mentioned Zion, I thought about LeBron and how like someone who's such a powerful dunker like LeBron could do it. And his point is that like I'm a good dunker, but I'm not creative enough like these people to do it. I feel like we've seen and witnessed so much creativity already that certain stuff just looks basic. Like if you do a windmill 360 in your dunk contest and Blake Griffin's jumped over a Kia, like, come on, bro. So it's getting harder, and it's not like, I mean, you just got to be more creative about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Or just make your fucking dunks.
Yeah.
That too. Dunks would look so much cooler if done the first time. If Jalen Green got that dunk the first time off the side,
It would have been fire. It would have been fire.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just like, I just feel like the players that should be doing it are not doing it, and that's what's making it tough.
Well, maybe they feel like they're above it.
And
It's above the pay grade. That's why some people suggest like, oh, what if there was like a $1 million
Incentive?
purse or some shit.
see, I tend to agree with you on that. But what makes me mad is that mentality is sleeping through the whole league. They don't want to play games because I can't get hurt because I make too much money. I don't want to freaking do this because I make too much money. Like, bro, all we want to do is see you play. I get the behind the scenes stuff. Don't get it twisted. I'm all about player empowerment. I don't root for teams. I root for players. Like, I'm a player guy. I don't root for I root for the workers, not the owners.
Not the organization.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
They just sit there and just collect checks. I get it. But you have to, like, a little bit of pride. A little bit of pride. I understand that load management works for Kawhi. It doesn't need to work for the whole league.
It doesn't.
We don't need a whole league of load management.
And then think of the people who like, I'm gonna buy a Lakers ticket because LeBron's coming to town. Well, granted, LeBron doesn't do too much, but like, think
Yes.
about missing out on your favorite player because they're load managing.
Bro, if I went to a game to go see Kawhi and all I got to see was Reggie Jackson, and no disrespect to Reggie Jackson.
Nah, straight up,
Because
clip gang your fan.
Reggie Jackson is actually very nice at basketball. Be a very good basketball player. But I came to see Kawhi and Paul George. Luke Kennard, you're a very good shooter. I don't care to see you for 48 minutes. Like, please play the games as much as you can.
Oh yeah, that's what
Like,
the people want.
please. And Zion, just change your eating habits.
Nah, I saw some stuff today on Twitter about how he's like axed out of the team, but how many times have we heard that before? So I had to look it up. I couldn't find too much stuff on
Okay.
it. But
If he tries to leave, it's gonna be pretty interesting.
it's gonna be another James Harden situation.
But he doesn't deserve it. James Harden was the MVP of the league and should have been probably 2 or 3 times. Zion has played 30 games.
I was gonna say like 20
Honestly,
games.
he needs to get traded to like a place like Sacramento, somewhere depressing. So
He can know how bad it is?
yeah, so
Hey, here's
because
the thing.
right now he's on the Pelicans, right?
Yeah.
Is that not depressing?
I mean, no, but the food's good.
No, if he needs to go somewhere,
No,
then
I'm saying, but somewhere
he needs to go
like-
to Cleveland where there's really nothing to do.
Here's the thing: Cleveland's balling out. And,
Yeah.
I think sending them to Sacramento would be hilarious because we see what they do to talent. They
Yeah.
just package it up and send it away.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyrese Halliburton.
That's a death sentence going to Sacktown, man.
No, straight up. Just retire. Pack your bags.
Yeah.
Poor DeMontis.
All right. Well, we're at our favorite number. We're right about 50 minutes. So, how y'all feeling? You got anything else?
No, but like we already said it, but Steph's threes were just insane, bro. Nah. They were really crazy. Like, to go, he was hitting them in a row. He was pulling from the logo and just turning around, like, which is regular Steph stuff, but to hit 16 in a game, and I love Klay. Klay Thompson's my favorite player. So to see him beat Klay's record was a little bittersweet, but also just to see him get there was insane, bro. That's just a lot of talent.
And that's why he's a top 75 greatest player of all time.
I'm just gonna say this. I was watching, like, I think it was SportsCenter or one of these shows, and they were talking about who won All-Star Weekend. And some people said Steph because he hit a lot of threes, and some people said LeBron because he's in Cleveland, he hit the jumper kind of, or, different weird stuff. The Warriors won the All-Star Weekend because Steph Curry taking that many shots when he's been kind of on a little slump. I watch him all the time. I love Steph Curry. He's been on a little slump. Hitting 16 threes in front of everybody is one of those things that can get you up out of the slump.
He's back.
So when he starts going off,
Beware.
don't say it was on accident.
Warriors to cover the first game. Let's get it.
All right, we'll keep our eye on that one, and we'll see if you actually bet on them.
Well, Blaze.
Blaze, people, Blaze.